Hello out there, all you beautiful beings. We're here doing the lessons of A Course in Miracles, and today we're going to be doing lesson number 37, My Holiness Blesses the World. We're just going to dive in, okay? This idea contains the first glimmerings of your true function in the world, or why you are here. Your purpose is to see the world through your own holiness. Thus are you and the world blessed together. No one loses. Nothing is taken away from anyone. Everyone gains through your holy vision. It signifies the end of sacrifice because it offers everyone his full due. And he is entitled to everything because it is his birthright as a son of God. There is no other way in which the idea of sacrifice can be removed from the world's thinking. Any other way of seeing will inevitably demand payment of someone or something. As a result, the perceiver will lose. Nor will he have any idea why he is losing. Yet is his wholeness restored to his awareness through your vision. Your holiness blesses him by asking nothing of him. Those who see themselves as whole make no demands. Your holiness is the salvation of the world. It lets you teach the world that it is one with you, not by preaching to it, not by telling it anything, but merely by your quiet recognition that in your holiness, all things are blessed along with you. Today's 4 longer exercise periods, each to involve 3 to 5 minutes of practice, begin with the repetition of the idea for today, followed by a minute or so of looking about you as you apply the idea to whatever you see. My holiness blesses this house. My holiness blesses that tree. My holiness blesses this body. Then close your eyes and apply the idea to any person who occurs to you. Use his name and saying, My holiness blesses you, David. My nephew came to mind. You may continue the practice period with your eyes closed. You may open your eyes again and apply the idea for today to your outer world if you so desire. You may alternate between applying the idea to what you see around you and to those who are in your thoughts. Or you may use any combination of these 2 phases of application that you prefer. The practice period should include with a repetition of the idea with your eyes closed and another following immediately with your eyes open. The shorter exercises consist of repeating the idea as often as you can. It is particularly helpful to apply it silently to anyone you meet, using his name as you do so. It is essential to use the idea if anyone seems to cause an adverse reaction in you. Funny, I stumbled a little bit on that. Offer him the blessing of your holiness immediately, that you may learn to keep it in your own awareness. My holiness blesses the world. So in Ken Wapnick's notes, I'm going to try to summarize so I don't have to pick it up and read it every time. He talks about something where Jesus alludes to it in the first paragraph. This idea contains the first glimmerings of your true function in the world or why you are here. And those of you who have done the lessons before, you already know forgiveness is our function. And the world's definition of forgiveness, the ego's definition of forgiveness, usually means, I forgive you, other person. You harmed me or wronged me or betrayed me, and I forgive you. Or maybe even, I forgive myself for doing something to someone else or a pet or whatever, right? And forgiveness is seen differently in the Course in Miracles. And it's this idea of your holiness blesses the world. So it's you aligning with your right mind and having the vision of Christ or purity or wholeness or oneness with whatever it is that you think you're seeing. Because at the end of the day, this world isn't real, and we've made it all up through our various distortions in our perceptions and our projections, more so than anything else. And so what we see on the outside of us in the so-called world around us is what's going on in our mind. So the more that we can practice that we have this holiness and know that that is inside of us, it is us, we come from that, and we perceive others with this holiness, that is the idea of forgiveness. That is what forgiveness really is. It's about our perception changing from attack and judgment and anger and blame and shame of ourselves and others to acceptance and love, and moving into a place of everything is unfolding perfectly. Everything is happening for a perfect reason. So, you have to kind of get used to this word forgiveness in the Course in Miracles definition, because it's not about there's another person. It's only, if you really want to get into the metaphysics of it all, if you think there's another person and you're mad at them and you want to so-called forgive them, that's really just an aspect of you reflecting back at you. That other person, that other being there is a part of you. It's a part of your mind, and so therefore a part of you. And whatever conflict occurred and you're forgiving them, you're actually mending this break within a fractal of yourself. So it's coming back to wholeness, coming back to oneness, and realizing that there is no world out there. There are no people out there to forgive. No one actually harmed you. And it's I know, it sounds crazy to even talk about it. As I'm talking, I'm like, what am I actually saying? But when you envision, because we still are in this phase of the Course is meeting us where we are. It feels like we're living in a world. It feels like there's people around me. It feels like I have 2 ex-husbands. It feels like I have, things that have happened recently where a person, I had an interaction with a person and I felt a little off about it. So that's the world that I'm living in right now. And when I think of this lesson, my holiness blesses the world, it's me understanding that every single event I created and planned at some higher level, and that it was meant for me to have some kind of experience. And I am not meant to judge it as good or bad. All things are neutral, and our holiness is actually our truth. And when we're not projecting and justifying or even overinflating ourselves in a positive way, we just simply are. We're just here, being. And we're holy. We're very holy, according to yesterday's lesson. So again, when you're imagining, when you close your mind and a person comes to mind, if it's a person who you're having a conflict with, and you bless them and you say to them, my holiness blesses you, so-and-so, that person that you think you have a conflict with, when you do this lesson, it's powerful because you're extending yourself in this way that is unconditionally loving and forgiving, as opposed to, the separation as if they are if there is another person, as if they're not a part of you. So, no, that's probably confusing and a little bit annoying, especially if you're newer to this, but it really is an excellent way to try to retrain your mind around these definitions and how you can apply this wisdom in your life today. So I just want to say to all of you, my holiness blesses you. And I love you, and I'm grateful that we're doing this together. And I hope that you'll keep coming back. And I'll see you back here again tomorrow. Have a good day.